Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of mine. This time I'm back with Avatar The Last Airbender Season 1 Episode 7. I'm so excited for this and I'm actually intrigued on how they're gonna build up Aang and Zuko's relationship more, because like I said, in the last episode actually showed how pure-hearted and conflicted Zuko is, and you could actually see that he enjoyed his time in Aang's presence. He actually seeks a good soul in his life. Besides his uncle, he never really had a good influence on him. His entire family, like the nation, like mostly the nation, considering the fact that they have always gotten what they wanted and they have always been praised by the Fire Lord himself, that the Fire Nation is so mighty. Most of them just feel very flattered to be part of the Fire Nation and they don't really care. Like, they didn't see how their humanity started to corrupt. The thing is that Zuko is one of the people that don't like these changes. He doesn't like what the Fire Nation has turned into. And he's too scared to admit that to him, because that would also mean defying his father again. And there is like this conflict within himself, because he's like seeking his father's approval. And that's why he's trying to capture Aang. But on the other side, he doesn't want the Fire Nation to succeed in destroying Aang. First off, because he saw that Aang is such a pure soul and he felt himself relax in Aang's presence. He didn't feel that stress or that necessity to build everything up inside. He could be who he truly is, and that means showing emotions. He didn't fear that someone would punish him just for showing that he has feelings. And that's someone that Zuko wants around. Like, he himself doesn't really say it out loud, but subconsciously he knows that he seeks the presence of someone that respects him and appreciates him for who he is. He doesn't want to pretend anymore. He doesn't want to be someone he's not. And the scene where Aang and Zuko just talked and had like this beautiful time together is something that I just really loved. It seems like his crew finally accepted that Zhao is just a little bitch and they're not gonna do what he wants anymore. So sucks for them and sucks for Zhao. But I'm intrigued to know what happens now. I think Aang saved Zuko and Katara last episode. They finally woke up from being trapped in the spirit world by Ko. And let's see where they're gonna go now. If you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe. For the full uncut reaction, you can check out my Patreon. The link is in my description box below. And without further ado, let's...
That the prince chose to put his needs over those of his country.
Blasting jelly! Jump, jump, jump!
Prince!
Alright. Who's gonna kill Zhao? Volunteers?
I need to deliver my condolences. I'm sure he's been through a terrible shock.
The only shock you are gonna have is my fist in your face.
Aang made a connection with him.
That...
Right? I just realized Zuko and we both have a lot on our shoulders.
This is gonna be a quick note from my part. I said that, and I love that they're actually putting it like this. Like when you have a connection with someone and you actually find out that you agree with a lot of their opinions, or you just see that both of you are struggling because of the same thing. It binds you two together. And from this point of view, I don't think that Zuko has the right mindset yet to actually accept that he bonded with Aang. Because if he accepts that, that means that he cares about him. Zuko in general, he cares a lot about people. So if he actually accepts to himself that he made a connection with Aang over their past traumas, over everything that they had to go through in order to get to the point where they are now, he would have to accept that he can't take him to his father, because he knows how merciless and cruel his father can be. And that means having to give up someone that he loves in order to bow down in front of someone else he loves. This would literally be like, I don't know, just to make an example, him giving up his mom but staying with his dad, you know? Like, I'm allowing my mom to be killed, but at least I have my dad. I still lose someone I love. And considering the fact that he seeks approval from Ozai and wants this man's forgiveness so much, I don't think that he could actually bring himself to go against his father. He has the plan and he will still seek to capture Aang and bring him to his father. And that's gonna be the internal struggle for him. I just think, considering the fact that Aang is very young and there are a lot of things that he may still not understand because of the fact that he's naive, I don't think that he is that reluctant or that in fear to accept the fact that he made a connection with Zuko. Doesn't change the fact that he knows that Zuko can be dangerous and that he probably will still come after him, but he can recognize something when he sees it, and he felt a connection between him and Zuko. He felt that they bonded. He is not afraid to actually acknowledge that. Zuko, on the other hand, because of the struggles he has of wanting to actually be accepted and loved, which was something that Aang gave him, and seeking the approval and love from someone that he believes he loves, yet that person doesn't love him at all, considering on what he did to him and the fact that he banished him. It will take a while for Zuko actually to come to terms with the fact that he will want people like Aang around and not people like his father, no matter if he has to let go of the throne.
Ozai.
Bro.
Ozai's lost all shred of humanity. He's become so obsessed with conquering the world, he cannot tolerate anyone who would get in the way of this. Not even his own flesh and blood.
I just want him to go down. Why does it need to take so long? I'm so happy that I don't need to see his face right now. Literally, my face is on top of his. At least he gets a little bit of beauty out of this. Ooh. Okay.
The Fire Lord deems your performance below average.
Below average.
I'll burn everyone in the world until he admits the truth.
And that is?
That I'm the one.
The one for what? The one for him? Sorry to tell you, sweetie. You're not. This man only cares about himself. It would be easier for you to get his love if you buy him a mirror.
Katara, I just want to say thanks for helping me get here.
I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
He's so cute.
A world I wouldn't have seen if it wasn't for you.
Okay! A Katang moment, yes!
Did you think I wasn't a girl?
No. I just figured with you being a princess and all.
That I was stuck up?
Yeah. I mean, no.
This sadly is how people react when they have a crush on someone. I love the fact that they are putting this out there as well. Like, there are people that are very confident when it comes to flirting, and then there are people that are not. We know that Sokka is very stubborn. He is very headstrong. But it seems to be when he truly likes someone or is romantically interested in someone, he gets insanely shy and awkward. And the fact that he's awkward is why he literally says everything he thinks. So sadly, because of our society, we immediately assume that princesses or in general, like famous people, are stuck up because they grow up with the attention, they get used to the attention, and then sooner or later they're like, oh, I know I'm beautiful. You know? But not everyone is like this. I love that there are still famous people out there that actually show that they can be famous, they can have all the attention in the world, yet they're still humble. Selena Gomez, for example, Taylor Swift. They literally give up normal human being vibes. There are a lot of celebrities that behave a specific way where you have the feeling that if you're in their presence, you're in the presence of a god. You can't be around them, you can talk to them, you can do nothing, and whatever you do, it needs to be perfect or else you're gonna be a disgrace. At least that's how I felt sometimes.
What do you think is the best approach to the coming battle? Might I suggest you lead?
He's just 12, I feel so bad for him.
Airbending is primarily a defensive discipline. Our style is to evade and avoid conflict.
He needs to learn the other elements. That's why he came here, bitches.
I haven't mastered any other bending, but that's why I came here. hoping someone could teach me.
It would have been wise to have focused on your training during your journey.
Sir, he came here so that he could learn waterbending. Are you deaf? Like, this is the sad reality here. I will always say it in the series, apparently. This man is a kid. He's 12 years old. He has no idea what to do. And you're actually asking a 12-year-old how to deal with a battle. Yes, he is the Avatar. Yes, he will grow up to be the most powerful being there in this universe. But he's still a kid. He is a kid. And you're expecting him to literally make decisions that maybe not even a 50-year-old is capable to say. Like, he needs time to develop. He's still a child. He's not even a teenager yet, where he kind of could, like, grow his own opinion. He's still relying on guidance because he is so young. He didn't have a waterbending teacher. Every single waterbender in the southern tribe has been annihilated. Katara was the only one left, so that's why they came there. He is focusing on his training. But he took his time also to help other people because he knows that he wasn't capable to save people for 100 years. So he was like, if I can save people on my way to the water tribe, I will do that. But he can train himself if he has no idea of what he's doing. And they're expecting him to be capable to do every single element. Him being 12, him being a child. And then they're like, okay, now, how do we do this? Do we do this, this, and that? That's a lot of pressure. And that's one of the reasons why I could immediately understand why Aang's like, I never wanted to be the Avatar. Because the Avatar gets met with, first off, high expectations. Because they expect for him to develop that power in order to keep everyone safe and to maintain balance between all four nations. And from the other side, considering the fact that he has the connection with his past lives, and they, in a certain sense, can also give wisdom to him. They expect him to be also, in a certain sense, this wise guru, a spiritual leader, and a diplomat. Ma'am, that's not how things work. He still needs to learn, even if he's insanely powerful. It may be easy for him to be capable to tap into another element, but he still needs guidance. If I don't have anyone teaching me, I need to look for my teacher. And the other waterbending tribe was you. Why are you nagging at him? He is concentrating on his duties. But because of the fact that he can't master every single element yet, he needed the help of his friends. And just because I am that powerful doesn't mean that I can't rely on my friends to help me out. Like, I'm still just one person. I can't be everywhere at once. And they are actually here looking disappointed because he's like, yeah, I can only use airbending. That's primarily it. And I've always used it to avoid conflicts. That's like his opinion, as in he grew up like this. He's a pacifist. He doesn't eat meat. So he's very, very against harming anyone. If possible, he would prefer for there to never ever be a conflict between him and someone else. And they are actually expecting him immediately because they have seen the time of war. They're like, you're gonna lead our community into battle. And we're gonna take this, and that out. And we're gonna attack them. And we're gonna take everyone out. That goes against who he is. He doesn't want to kill people. He just tries to find a way to maintain peace. And like I said, he is 12. Like if I would have heard with 12 years old, okay, now please lead me into battle. We need to kill all of them. Like, I would have been traumatized. He's also very sensitive because he is that child. He's a child. They expect him to make grown-up decisions. He is just a little kid. He needs time to gain knowledge. He needs time to gain wisdom. His life barely begun. He can lend a hand because he is very powerful. But they expect him to bring to battle the Avatar state, as in the powers of the Avatar state, and he doesn't know how to deal with the powers of the Avatar state. So he prefers to fight without them. And they expect him to be capable to do everything at once. They expect him to give them knowledge, to give them the wisdom that they need, as in being the spiritual guidance, him being a good strategic, in order to find ways to kill every single one of them, which results to him giving up on his beliefs. That sucks. And now going to their point, I can actually put them together with Boomy from episode 4. They have seen the damage of war. So, if there is an opportunity that they have the upper hand with having the Avatar there, they're like, kill all of them. Because we've seen how horrible they are. We know what they're capable of. So we're tired of hiding from them. We want to take them out. And if they don't see that there is a peaceful way around this, then we need to kill them all. Aang's not a person to kill people. He doesn't want people to die. He wants to find a way to peacefully end things. And the sad thing is, sadly, that's something I had to learn as well. You can't save people who don't want to be saved. So, if there are people in the Fire Nation that were actually willing to not be like the rest of the firebenders, like, you know, go against the current and not wanting to have the Avatar dead, I'm 1000% sure that nothing would have a problem with letting this man live. But they immediately expect, because they haven't seen a different picture, that every single firebender is the same and that they all just want to cause harm and to destroy the willpower of every single human being of the other nations. And they're like, I've had it with the Fire Nation. The second they get here, they're gonna be killed because I'm tired of living in fear. I'm tired of waiting for Fire Lord Ozai to hatch a new plan to make all of us submit. He already killed every single waterbender in the Southern Water Tribe. He was capable for not only Aang's entire culture to be wiped out, but also for half of the waterbenders. There is a Northern Water Tribe and a Southern Water Tribe. Katara was the only one left in the Southern Water Tribe. The only waterbenders are in the Northern Water Tribe. So they literally have seen the damage that the firebenders can do. So they can really see that from Aang's point of view. They're like, no, they need to die. And Aang's like, there may be a way out. But they have seen so much damage, and they had to go through so much pain because of the Fire Nation and because of what they're capable of, that they're like, I think it's time that we can all say that they can't be saved because they don't want to be saved. They don't want to see the light. They don't want to give in to reason. So that makes them not capable of being saved. So we need to take precautions. We need to take them out. So it's difficult kind of to like decide which one is more right. In my eyes, I think that the people from the Water Tribe have every right to be mad and that they want them all to be out of their lives. But they can't expect from Aang to literally be that spiritual leader that Kyoshi was, for example. If I remember correctly, I think Avatar Kyoshi was capable to be 250 years old. Which, first off, how? But she was capable to gain a lot of wisdom. And they immediately expect that he's capable to do the exact same thing. He's his own person. You can't expect from a 12-year-old to have the knowledge, the capabilities, and the strength of a fully developed avatar. The mind, the intelligence, the wisdom. He is just 12. He needs time to learn. He needs time to grow up. They don't even give him time to grow up. They immediately throw him in the face of battle. I would be dipping. I would be like,
I don't want to just heal.
Healing is a noble and sacred tradition.
well, girl, I can
No, I'm sorry. I
heal,
didn't mean it
but
like
I
that. It's
don't
just that.
want to just heal.
In the Northern Water Tribe, women aren't allowed to fight.
And why not?
Aren't allowed?
Avatar Kyoshi showed me a vision of Agnikella being destroyed by the Fire Nation.
Whether the Fire Nation prevails, whether the waterbenders survive, all of that is up to you.
I'm just one kid.
No, you are the Avatar.
Except she was able to take control. She could channel the power through my body. You
Yeah.
can do that. Kyoshi did
You can't control it?
But you still could.
He can't. Damn, bitch. No need to be that aggressive.
A predatory spirit came to seek vengeance on me. My beloved, paid the ultimate price. The Avatar must walk alone, or else the ones you love will suffer.
Y'all, this is something that I really can't stand. And it doesn't necessarily have to do with the show itself, but because of this injustice right here. Everyone literally is just using the word Avatar to pinpoint that Aang apparently is incompetent of doing his job. This man is 12! And he is capable to do amazing things, but he still needs to be taught. Everyone expects for this man literally to show up and to literally have control of every single power. And his Avatar state, this man needs to train! Why don't they get that? Are they stupid? He was taught for 12 years. I mean, he wasn't taught since he was a baby, but he was still a master. Because he is that powerful, because he is capable. But they need to give him training. He needs to train his powers. In order to master his capabilities, he needs someone to train him. And if there's no waterbender in the southern water tribe, I need to come to the northern water tribe to find a teacher. And then the teacher be coming at me like that, saying, I guess we won't be able to count on the Avatar state because he came here to learn. It's moments like these where I get upset. Because, yes, again, he's the Avatar, but stop using that as an excuse. Sometimes in general, even in the real world, like with you doing your apprenticeship and then you have people around you taunting you because you can't do things that appear easy to them, but they're completely different to you, so they are difficult for you. People tend to forget that they used to be at your place. These masters weren't capable to completely master waterbending. They weren't masters at their craft when they were kids. He's 12. He still needs to learn. He came to the water tribe in order to find a teacher that could teach him. And instead of giving him the help that he needs, they're talking down on him because he came and asked for help instead of already being capable to be a master at his capabilities. He is 12! What do they expect? If I can't control my capabilities and I don't find a teacher to teach me, how am I supposed to train? How am I supposed to be capable to master my Avatar state if I can't find a good teacher to teach me the basics? He literally needs someone to teach him the capabilities. They actually expect for this man to immediately know everything. He's still a human being. He still needs to learn. They need to stop putting the Avatar stamp on this man's forehead. He knows he's the Avatar. He knows he can master all the 4 elements. Right now, he only mastered 1 element, which is air. He still needs to master water, earth, and fire. But for that, he needs a teacher. Someone needs to teach him stuff about the other elements. Someone needs to teach him the stance, forms. They need to give him part of their culture. Because the fact that every single nation is different is because of the difference of their community. One bender from a different element needs to teach Aang or give Aang part of his or her culture. And when I have fully control, me, as my own person, of every single element, then I can start getting my head wrapped around the Avatar state. Of course, the Avatar state will appear sooner or later automatically, because it is there. What bullshit did humanity give Korok when he was alive? He was never there? What bullshit did they give him then? And coming to Korok himself, I understand in a certain sense what this man means, because he was like, in order to preserve the human world, I tried to fight off the spirits in the spirit world so that they wouldn't be capable to cross over to our side and harm any innocent people. So he wasn't really there in the human world, but he was capable to stop, in a certain sense, reduce the danger quote by fighting off the demons in the spirit world. And he lost the love of his life because he was battling demons in the spirit world. So, considering the fact that he knows about that pain, he must also feel insanely frustrated because he was like, I was in the human realm. She had nothing to do with this. I allowed myself to fall in love. I allowed myself to live a normal life besides my capabilities of becoming the Avatar. Yet I loved her because I allowed myself to be human. I allowed myself the freedom to be capable to live a normal life besides my capabilities of the Avatar. And that cost me dearly. So of course his wisdom would be similar to Roku's, because both of them kind of experienced the loss of someone that they truly loved. With Avatar Roku, it was the fact that he got betrayed by his friend, like I said, family. And in Kuruk's point, it would be romantic love that he lost. So of course, both of them kind of would show the same thing. Roku's advice was, don't let your guard down. Keep your friends at the safe distance from you, because it could become dangerous for them. But especially for you, because he knows what it felt like to be betrayed by a friend. And Kuro, considering the fact he lost the love of his life, his wisdom would be, don't even get attached to someone in the human realm, because they could die. And you, as the person that actually allowed yourself to become weak for someone, will have to pick up the pieces of
having to relive one of the most painful memories of my life.
Painful?
Yeah.
I was nothing.
Don't make it less than what it is.
I love her. Except that you're in pain.
Han is wonderful.
But
he is not the boy of my dreams.
Oh, that's a nice reference. Hold up, stop. Just a quick note I want to add. That's a nice reference here. As in, she said she can visit the spirit world, I would assume always, like a fox, in her dreams. Now, Sokka was like, why did you turn him down? She's like, he is wonderful. He's everything a girl could want, but he's not the man of my dreams. When she was dreaming and entered the spirit world, she got confronted with Sokka. And what she just said, with her saying, he's not the man of my dreams, was literally a reference to back then. As in, when she was sleeping, she saw Sokka, so Sokka is the man of her dreams.
Stop thinking about what you need, and think about what's best for them.
But he needs guidance.
Avatar means being the one who bears the burden alone.
Yes, the burden of being the Avatar and having to save the world, but does not mean that he can't have friends who help him.
They won't let me fight.
Maybe we should listen to them.
I did say he was gonna cloud this man's judgment.
Maybe it's better if you didn't fight.
I hate this. I hate this so much. He literally allowed Avatar Kuruk to get into his mind and to overpower what he needs. Because he was like, you can't think of what you need. You have to think of what's best for them. So that means if you want your friends to be alive and to be safe, you need to be alone. You need to do everything on your own. No, that's a shitty advice. I can be insanely powerful, but I can't be everywhere at once. It's not a bad thing to have people that are willing to lay down their lives for you. That means being a good leader. People trust you. They trust in your capability to could keep them safe and protected. That's a good thing. That's a good quality. The Avatar is supposed to be the leader. And yes, of course there is Team Avatar. Team Avatar is the Avatar alongside his most trusted people, which right now would be Katara and Sokka. There is nothing wrong with having people around you. There is nothing wrong with being willing to share your fight with people that you trust, people that you know will be capable to keep themselves safe and also be capable to help you as the Avatar make a difference. There is nothing wrong with that. The Avatar isn't there to just get the glory. People just immediately expect for this man to be capable to do everything at once. He's not a god. He's not in the sky. He's down on Earth. They need to chill. They need to chill their role. This episode is making me mad. They need to chill. Just because he's the Avatar doesn't mean that he's a god. He still needs time to master every single element. He needs time to grow up as an individual as well. Because different places, different instructors, different living conditions teach you. Because in a certain sense, they make part of pain. Like, not every single human being wants to be pressured into having to make very dire decisions that could mean a lot of death. He's literally playing with lives. And they all don't care what that is doing to him personally. Because they're all like, he's the Avatar, he should be used to it. No, he's a kid. And Kuruk here actually clouded this man's mind. He knows how much he loves Katara and Sokka. I haven't really seen the romantic relationship between Aang and Katara yet. So I don't really know if they are gonna tackle a romantic relationship. But it actually seems that Aang has like this very, very deep connection towards Katara. When Katara, Sokka, and Aang were like sitting at the banquet, Katara and Aang shared a nice little moment. So maybe they're starting here to like show that Aang truly, truly likes Katara. So this isn't just like Aang going with what Avatar Kuruk said because he's like, yeah, he's my past life. So he would know I should listen to him as well. Because if you truly love someone, like just the thought of them being actually capable to die, being around you, scares you off that much that you're like, in order to keep them safe, I'm willing to take the heartache and send them away because I love them that much. And that's like the kind of love that he has for Katara and Sokka. So, hearing the entire time from Avatar Kuruk that he lost the love of his life, he's like, I can't risk that happening to Katara or Sokka. So he's like, bye. With Katara, I think this also has to do with the fact, I would think, because we didn't really see any romantic moments between Katara and Aang yet. They were only goofing off, but that's what you also do with a friend, you know? I think, though, considering that I know the animated series, I know Aang is in love with Katara. This is also like Aang having to come to terms with the fact that he's in love with Katara right now. And it's kind of making him feel good to know that she's not gonna be fighting in such a big fight that could make her lose her life, because it is that big of a fight. So he's like, it's good that you won't be capable to fight. It's best if you don't fight, because it could be capable that you guys die in that fight. And considering the fact that I love you both so much, especially you, Katara, I could be distracted, too distracted. That would make me a liability, more than people already think I am. I can't be the Avatar if I know that you both are in danger. So it's better if you both just stand aside and let me try to be the Avatar.
These people need the Avatar, and I can't be the Avatar with you around.
Damn. This literally is giving the struggle because he like has romantic feelings for her actually.
Fight or fail.
Then I guess I'll fail. But making me second guess myself? Yes, I dared! What you gonna do? Firebend at me, come on! Let me see a fight between Azula and her father. Okay! Electricity! Try me, bitch! Let me electrocute your ass! Let's see how high you jump.
If you're trying to talk sense into me, you're not doing
Why would he?
Sense?
Beat his ass,
Who's
whoop
talking
him!
sense? No, what I'm trying to tell you is...
Whoop him!
Go kick his ass.
Yes, whip his ass in shape. Sorry, Aang, I'm a warrior. I love this. Don't worry, it's because he's in love with her. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah. Exactly, that's what you do when you're in love with someone. You're trying to protect them. Oh my god. Oh my god! And the smile! Oh, he's in love. Let's go. 1, 2. Damn! Man.
You said you're afraid of losing us, and that's why we can't stay by your side. But it's my decision to fight.
I don't know if I can protect you.
You can't.
You can't.
Yeah, and...
You can't protect everyone and save everyone.
It's not just the Avatar who has to deal with that.
That's what it means to be a family.
Kuruk, Roku, Kyoshi, they all said that I need to do this by myself.
You need to bear the burden of
Avatar
being the
must bear the burden
Avatar. But
This
just
is
of
the
the
past.
Avatar.
Only one person can tell you the
And not
future.
of saving the world.
Time to fight.
Oh yes. I am done with this episode. But I love this. At least we got to see a little bit of Katang. And the fight with Paku, literally, if you guys want my opinion, I think I liked that fight, as in the reaction of Aang, more here in the series than in the animated series. Because yes, of course, after seeing everything that Katara went through and how good she was becoming at waterbending, of course you would have trust in her. But every single person, no matter how good they are, they will get struck down at least once. That means them actually having to go through physical pain. They could get struck. So it was a little bit strange for me, for Aang to literally be simping so much over her during the series, and then when she was actually like in a very dangerous fight, where you could see that Paku didn't care about showing her off, that Aang wasn't worried at all. He was literally a fanboy. He was like, yes, Katara. I mean, yes. But I think the reaction from the live action movie is a lot more logic to me. Because if I truly love someone, I'm scared of them being in harm's way. Even if I trust them and I know that they can handle themselves, it's more like something inside of me that's like, why can't you just stand aside? That would mean less risk for you getting hurt. I don't care if I get hurt, but as long as it's not you. And the fact that Aang actually heard Kuruk say that if he wants his friends to be safe, that they can't be in combat, that he needs to leave them be. And then Katara still saying, sorry, sir, I'm gonna try to find a way to fight. This was like the worry, because like the thoughts went still back to the fact he can still lose his friends, no matter what they do. He knows Katara's ambition. She's not someone that just wants to heal. She wants to fight. She wants to protect the people offensively, not in defense like Aang does, like being a pacifist, etc. He needs to fight because it's his job as the Avatar. But Katara is not someone that just stands at the sidelines. He can't ask her to stand at the sidelines. So the worry that Aang showed here in the live action movie was much more logical in my eyes than in the animated series, where Aang actually saw Katara being struck down, her being thrown around, and there wasn't really much of a shocking or worried expression from Aang. So I love that they put the worried expression from Aang there, because he truly loves Katara. So I love this. Now, the Fire Nation is coming, and we all know that that means that the Moon Spirit is gonna die. So I hope we don't get to see Ko again, because no, this man is too creepy for me. He's too creepy for me. Please don't let me see him again. But we will see. I hope you enjoyed this video with me. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in another video. Bye.